Yo, this is Mr. O. Yo, this is Mr. O. And today we're going to learn about solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula. But what's quadratic formula? Here you go. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's quadratic formula. Again, quadratic formula is a formula to solve quadratic equation. The quadratic equation has to be in standard form. What is standard form? Standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c must be equal to 0. The coefficient in the equation will be the one that you will plug in to the formula. This is the a, that's the b, and that's the c. That is the one that you need to plug in to the formula. Boom! So let's solve by quadratic formula this equation x squared plus 12x minus 8 is equal to 0. Before we start, what is a in the problem? A here is equal to 1, b is equal to 12, and c is equal to negative 8. Make sure that it's set to equal to 0. Writing the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There you go. So b, according here, is 12. So x is equal to negative 12 plus or minus the square root 12 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Kaboom. Okay? So we'll just simplify it. I go to negative 12 plus or minus square root. 12 squared is 144. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 8 is positive 32. All over 2. Then x equal to negative 12 plus or minus 144 plus 32 is 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. 176 divided by 2. What is square root of 176? We can break down the 176. That's 4 and 44. 4 and 11. We have a pair of 4 here. That makes it negative 12 plus or minus 4 square root of 11 all over 2. If you notice that this 4, this 12, that's 2 are all divisible by 2. So I can divide them all by 2. Will make my problem negative 6 plus or minus 2 square root of 11. This will be 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that will be the value of my x. Kaboom. Negative x squared plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 2. Is this equal to 0? No. So we have to work it out by moving the 2 to the left. Making it negative x squared plus 5x minus 8 is equal to 0. Identify the value of a, b, and c. A is equal to negative 1, b is equal to 5, c is equal to negative 8. Applying the formula, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X is equal to negative 5. Using the value of b here, plus or minus, and again b is 5 squared, minus 4, a is negative 1, c is negative 8, all over 2a. X equal to, this will be negative 5, plus or minus square root, 5 squared is 25, minus negative times negative times negative, so that will become negative. 4 times 1 times 8 is going to be 32 all over negative 2. Will give us plus or minus square root. That will give us negative 7 over negative 2. We know that square of negative 7 will give us an imaginary number because -1 is equal to I squared. And we cannot have a negative inside the square root. So this will be -5 plus or minus I of square root 7 over -2. We cannot cancel or simplify anything here except negative divided by negative here. That will make our answer x equal to +5 plus or minus I square root 7 all over 2. Kaboom. X squared plus 15x is equal to 7x minus 4. We need this to be gone and make this equal to 0 by moving them to the left. This will be now 8x squared plus 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. Because if I move it, I subtract it, I add 4 also here. And if you notice, before I continue, I have an 8, an 8, and a 4. All of them are divisible by 4. So I can divide them all by 4. Divides by 4, 4, 4. That becomes 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Why did I do that one? It makes my number smaller and I don't have to deal with bigger number here. Okay, so that's my standard form. A now is equal to 2, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 1, X is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X is equal to -2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4. A is 2, C is 1, all over 2 times 2. X is equal to -2 plus or minus the square root 4 minus 4 times 2 times 1, that will give me an 8 over 4. 4 minus 8 will give us -4 over 4. Again, if we have a negative inside the square root, that will make an I squared because of the -1. So that I will extract out. So that gives us x equal to -2 plus or minus I square root of 4 over 4. But hold on, what's square root of 4? Square root of 4 is 2. So x is equal to -2 plus or minus 2i over 4. And what do you notice about our numbers here? -2, +2, 4. They're all divisible by 2. I can simplify them by dividing them all by 2. That will make -1 plus or minus 1i, or just I, over 2. And that's how cookie crumbles. Again, 3x squared plus 5x equal to 8. You're going to move the 8 to the left. This gives you 3x squared plus 5x minus 8 is equal to 0. The value of my a here is 3, b is 5, c is -8. Again, x equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X equal to -5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times -8 all over 2 times 3. X equals -5 plus times 5 squared is 25. Negative times negative is going to be positive. 4 times 3 will give me 12. 12 times 8 is 96 all over 6. X equal to -5 plus or minus 25 plus 96 is square root of 121 all over 6. Therefore, I'm going to have x equal to -5 plus or minus, what is square root of 121? It's going to be 11 over 6. Now here is a different scenario because we broke down the square root completely and able to get a real number. What you need to do from here is you can split them into 2 parts. Why 2 parts? Because you have a plus or minus. Split them in two. One is negative 5 plus 11 over 6. The other one is negative 5 minus 11 over 6. So let's work it out now here. What's negative 5 plus 11? Negative 5 plus 11 is positive 6 over 6. The answer is x equal to 1. Negative 5 minus 11 is negative 16 over 6. Can we reduce the lowest term? Yes. Negative 16 over 6 is same thing. They're both divisible by 2. That will give us negative 8 over 3. So x equal to negative 8 over 3. And kaboom. Again, and that's how you solve quadratic formula. One last time. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There you go. That's how you do quadratic formula. Kaboom!